Hi everyone, hope you guys are all doing well. We just wanted to do another video here where it's the both of us, if you just want to say hi again.
How's it going, everyone?
We got some really positive feedback from our previous video where it was kind of a dual commentary situation with the two of us talking. We were talking more about coin roll hunting in our last video, and we thought that we would just tackle a silver stacking topic this time. And basically what we wanted to do is just discuss not only our silver stacking goals and something that we're considering now as we move into 2015, but also just give a general point of view and just kind of set out the landscape of what it's like up here in Canada right now, especially coming off the latest Bank of Canada interest rate cut from 1% to 0.75%, which was kind of unexpected.
Well, it was unexpected, but it's kind of funny too how we made the last video where we kind of pointed out how that was sort of on the horizon, and I believe it was the very next day after we put that video up that they actually cut the interest rate.
Yeah, that's right. 2 videos ago we talked about the need for kind of finding new ways to better ourselves in the low interest rate environment, and then what do you know, the next day they actually cut it even lower, making you know, the traditional tool of just putting money in the bank and saving it to earn interest.
So again, it's one of those things where we see it coming, but it always happens quicker than we sort of expect. Sort of reminded me of the pennies. Well, we knew that they were going to end it, but then it happened a lot faster.
And it kind of came out of left field.
It did.
But let's jump into our silver topic here. And in case you didn't know, again, the Bank of Canada, I believe it was 2 weeks ago now, cut the interest rate from 1% to 0.75%, when for the last couple of years it's been almost accepted knowledge and common knowledge that they were going to start increasing interest rates this year in 2015. But what's resulted from that here in Canada is it's really made the Canadian dollar trade a lot less in regard to the American dollar. Right now I think it's 78 cents Canadian for every 1 Canadian dollar.
Yeah, it seems like it's just been decreasing for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, since that cut, it's gone down drastically, but even before that, it was trading a lot lower. But it seems like every day it's gone more and more, less and less against the American dollar.
Yeah, and I find this topic interesting. It's something that we talk a lot about, but you never hear about it in the media or on the news, any connection between the price of the dollar and interest rates.
Right.
The price of the interest rate.
Exactly. And the thing is, too, is maybe we'll talk about this first, but what happened now too is because the dollar is trading a lot less, is it's made silver less affordable for Canadians. So right now the silver price, when we're doing this video on Saturday, January 31st, silver is at $17.22. So again, a really good price for silver stackers. Getting in at this price has been great for all of us, I think. However, with the dollar, the Canadian dollar at 78 cents American, for silver stackers up here in Canada, the price is $22.01. So $22 an ounce for Canadians, and this is really frustrating for us.
Yeah,
because we want to take advantage of the low silver price, but the thing is every day, even though on days where silver is going down, it's getting more and more expensive for us.
And it's funny, whenever I see the silver price on the news, they always show it in American dollars.
Right, and every time I check it too, I look at the American dollar price.
And so you kind of always get that punch to the stomach where you convert it over to Canadian dollars.
Right.
On Silver Gold Bull, I do it all the time. I'll switch it over, and then you see what the price is in Canadian dollars.
And that's right. And even on a day too where silver has gone down, you go to check the Canadian silver price, and it's actually gone up in Canadian dollars because the Canadian dollar has dropped more relative to the US dollar than what silver price has gone down.
Yeah, and we really don't want to come off as complaining too much. I mean, this is just the reality right now, and we're going to keep moving forward. But we talk about kind of trying to make bigger purchases, $5 an ounce, an increase, does make quite a difference when you're trying to add a number of silver ounces to your stack. It's going to add up quite quickly.
Exactly. $5 an ounce makes a huge difference for somebody, for, you know, two individuals like ourselves who are trying to get as much silver as we can, kind of struggling to add as much silver as we can. And really, in relative to an American silver stacker, for every 4 ounces that they would be able to buy, we would only be able to buy 3. So if you were to extrapolate that out, 40 ounces, we would only have 30 ounces, and as much as you want to take it. So it's frustrating from that point. And as we think about our silver stacking goal for 2015, it's really kind of affecting where we want to set the end goal, and kind of put you know, see where we're going to set that end mark, just to see where we're going to get. But
and I guess just another point too is, speaking of frustration, as we see the American price continue to go down, I mean, it's been hovering around 16 and 17 for quite a while, but as that price is staying even or decreasing, the Canadian price is increasing every time that I'm looking, just because the worth of our dollars is decreasing.
Right, exactly. And I think what we'll do in 2015, and we're kind of being more flexible and more fluid this year in our approach to where we want to end up, but I think right now if we set it somewhere around 50 ounces for 2015, I think that would be you know, a good accomplishment for us by the end of the year. We're not going to hold ourselves to it too much. We're going to just kind of see where we are along the way. The economic situation is really difficult to predict up here in Canada now, with the low oil price and the effect that that's had. Kind of really threw everyone into a landscape of fear. So right now, 50 ounces in this type of environment I think is doable. But man, is it frustrating just to see what's been going on with the low silver price, and then having to unfortunately deal with rising silver prices because our dollar is trading a lot lower.
And we probably shouldn't even get into gold, because we'll be talking for the next 10 minutes.
Right. We've been trying to dip our toe into our first purchase of gold, and you know, if the spread looks like a lot in silver with the $17 to $22, it's even worse for gold. Again, it's almost $16.50 up here in Canada just for an ounce of gold, and I think right now it's under 1,300 thereabouts. If you were to price it in American dollars, so. Very frustrating, but the thing that we should keep in mind,
and there's some positive to take
there's one positive, and we were talking about this before we went ahead to make this video, is it's really our theory and practice, and at the end of the day, we expect this to happen. You know, we've anticipated this. This is the reason why we've been silver stacking and coin roll hunting, is really with lower interest rates, making inflation come about more likely, and again, a lowering of interest rates is what spurs on inflation. We're seeing it right now. Is it devalues the dollar, and then everything that's not that is denominated in that currency gets more expensive.
It increases.
Exactly. So we've been seeing that, and really with the rise of silver in regard and in relation to the American dollar, this is really just our theory and what we've been talking about for years now. It's really what's been going on, and now it's reality. So at the end of the day, as much as we could, you know, kind of be down and kind of see how it affects our goal in a negative way, this is really what we've been prepared for. I think that it's going to become even worse in the future.
For sure, and that's definitely encouraging at the same time.
Right, encouraging for our silver stacking goal.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate from the point of view of everything else. Again, the devaluing of the dollar is, you know, we'll see what happens, but we're hopefully going to be able to protect some of our wealth with coin roll hunting and silver stacking, and hopefully some gold stacking at some point here. But if I
think that covers our frustration.
Right, we don't want to come off like we're complaining too much, but it is a frustrating situation here. Our dollar not being able to purchase as much silver as we want,
well,
particularly
mixed in with the interest rate cuts as well.
Exactly.
I think it's just a double whammy for us.
Exactly. So it's just frustrating to see how much we were able to add last year, and kind of wanting to put ourselves in the same position to be successful this year, but kind of just having to go up against economic realities. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we need to just be flexible and kind of stay the course.
I think we just keep doing what we mentioned in our past video, was just self-improvement. Keep moving forward, doing what we can control at this time.
Exactly, and just trying to better ourselves in other ways too, which I hope that we can make some videos on in the coming weeks. Again, we've been pretty successful in January in just trying to get ourselves, improve ourselves from a number of different points of view. Not just with our silver stacking and precious metals, but just in other ways as well. I'd be interested in to hear what everyone watching, if they've done anything in January as well. Everyone had some really good goals in that video, so it'd be interesting to see where everyone is.
For sure, and some of the comments were really encouraging as well. They were also saying that they were taking 2015 seriously with improving themselves.
I think
whether it be physically or mentally or whatever it is.
Right. But we'll stop it there. We just thought that we would discuss the interest rates. There's a lot of different videos we could make just in regard to the Bank of Canada cutting the interest rate by that very small fraction of a percent. It's really had a lot of fallout here, and some really negative consequences, which unfortunately I'm probably going to be able to discuss, and we can discuss in a video down the road. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, it's been really fun doing it with the two of us and being able to discuss a topic.
Yeah, and these are things we talk about all the time, so it just makes sense. Why not record it, a couple of our conversations, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it and you can take something out of it. And
yeah, and please feel free to join the discussion down in the comment section below. We'd greatly appreciate that. Also, too, if you can subscribe if you haven't already, maybe also, too, leave a like on the video if you found it enjoyable. We'd greatly appreciate that as well. But we'll stop the video here. Thanks so much for watching and listening as always, everyone. That's it for this video, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys.